Mr. President, we are not in a banana republic. The Senate is a house for the have-nots, for the poor, for the malnourished, for the talakawas and the mekunus. Mr. President, President Muhammadu Buhari, in his wisdom, gave a bailout to governors and state governments to ameliorate and palliate the suffering of the Nigerian workers. And I recall that the president addressed the nation and specifically said, bailout is for the payment of salaries and arrears. Mr. President, my colleagues, the first set of bailout was given to governors. Again, a second set of bailout was given to state governments. As if that were not enough, Paris Club refund was also released to state governments. Mr. President, Vanguard newspaper of Tuesday, April 25th, carried a very, very sad heading. Mr. President, it reads, 12 states hold salaries despite federal government bailout. The most excruciating aspect of this report is the rider from my own state. Kogi, highest indebted with 15 months unpaid salaries. So Kogi State came first. Kogi State came first in the non-payment of salary and allowances. Mr. President, as I speak to you this morning, salaries have not been paid for 15 months in my state. As I speak to you this morning, all higher institutions of learning in Kogi State have been under lock and key for over 4 months. The university is under lock and key. The Polytechnic is under lock and key. College of Education under lock and key. Strike by both academic and non-academic staff for non-payment of salaries. And this is same for some other states in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Despite the release of bailout 1, bailout 2, and Paris Club refund. My agony and pain this morning, Mr. President, is that the President 2 weeks ago, he has approved the release of the second tranche of the Paris Club. Mr. President, we have to, as a chamber, as the true representatives of the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, speak on their behalf. If these governors, including my governor, got bailout 1, got bailout 2, got Paris refund 1, and did not pay salary, if they get the second tranche of Paris Club, they will still not pay salary. How do we then compel them to become responsible and responsive to the magnanimity shown by Mr. President? Is to make sure that we use our oversight responsibility and constitutional powers to direct the Federal Ministry of Finance, stopping the payment of the second tranche of the Paris Club to state governors that have not paid their salaries. Because the real essence of this money is actually to pay salary, pay arrears, and pensioners. And this is not happening. Today, workers are dying because they cannot afford 5,000 medical fee. Today in Kogi State, we have been screening and rescreening for 15 months. People are dying of hunger. It only reminds me what happened in Samaria in the Holy Books. There is hunger and starvation in the land, yet money has been provided for the welfare of the Nigerian workers. Today we must stand as responsible people. Today we must stand as a parliament to compel these governors that instead of promoting insecurity in the country and in various states, they should use monies meant for the salary. Even the Holy Book said it, that a laborer is deserving of his wage or wages. So, Mr. President, when it is time for prayers, I will want to bring additional prayer, but this chamber must stand for the Nigerian workers. This chamber must prove that we are here to speak for the voiceless. We are here to fight for those who cannot fight for themselves. We are here to defend the have-nots. Mr. President, posterity will never forgive us if we refuse to enforce the rights of Nigerian workers using the instrumentality of our constitutional powers. I so second.